Ravenswood Cemetery, a place of shadows and whispers. It is a place where the living avoid and the dead reside. The old iron gates seem to groan a warning to any who dare to enter. Ravenswood holds many secrets, but none are as chilling as the legend of the faceless woman. The year was 1893. The air was thick with the scent of magnolia and the dread of the unknown. It was then that the tale began, a tale whispered from generation to generation. It is a story of love, loss, and the restless spirits that wander among us. The faceless woman, they say, roams the cemetery paths. She is forever searching for something she lost. Some say it is her stolen face. Others say it is peace for her soul. Margaret Langley was known for her beauty and kindness. She was engaged to a wealthy young man named William Hawthorne. Their wedding was to be the event of the season. Margaret was filled with dreams of a happy future. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. On a dark and stormy night, Margaret went missing. She was last seen walking along the path toward Ravenswood Cemetery. Some say she went to visit her mother's grave, others whisper that she was meeting William in secret. Whatever the reason, Margaret never returned home. The search parties looked everywhere. They found no trace of her. Hope dwindled with each passing day. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into a month. Then, one grim morning, a group of groundskeepers made a horrifying discovery. Hidden among the overgrown weeds and moss-covered tombstones was a body. It was Margaret. Her once beautiful face was mutilated beyond recognition. Her eyes were gone. Her nose and lips were nothing but gaping wounds. The townsfolk were horrified. Who could have committed such a heinous act? Suspicion immediately fell upon William Hawthorne. Whispers of dark secrets and a possible motive spread like wildfire. However, no evidence was ever found to link him to the crime. Section 4. Whispers in the wind, the faceless woman appears. Time marched on. The tragedy of Margaret Langley slowly faded into memory. But then, strange occurrences began to plague Ravenswood Cemetery. People reported seeing a solitary figure drifting among the tombstones. It was a woman. Her dress was torn and faded. She seemed to glide effortlessly through the air. But the most terrifying thing was her face, or rather the lack thereof. Where her features should have been, there was only smooth, empty skin. The legend of the faceless woman was born. They say it is the vengeful spirit of Margaret Langley, forever searching for her stolen face and seeking justice for her untimely demise. Section 5. A dare, a cemetery, and a chilling encounter. Years passed, and the legend of the faceless woman continued to haunt Ravenswood. One cool autumn night, 3 friends, Jake, Emily and Ben, decided to test their courage. They dared each other to spend the night in the cemetery. Armed with nothing but a flashlight and a healthy dose of bravado, they snuck past the old iron gates. The air was heavy with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. An owl hooted in the distance, its mournful cry sending shivers down their spines. As midnight approached, they heard a noise. It was a soft, mournful wail that seemed to come from the very depths of the cemetery. Their blood ran cold. Section 6. The aftermath and the enduring mystery. The flashlight trembled in Jake's hand, casting grotesque shadows that danced and writhed around them. The wailing grew louder, closer. Then, through the swirling mist, they saw her. The faceless woman. She drifted towards them, her empty gaze fixed upon them. Emily screamed and covered her eyes. Ben stood frozen in terror. Jake, his heart pounding in his chest, stumbled backward and dropped the flashlight. Darkness enveloped them. They scrambled to their feet and ran blindly, desperately through the maze of tombstones. The faceless woman's wail echoed behind them, urging them onward. They didn't stop running until they burst through the cemetery gates, gasping for breath and drenched in a cold sweat. The next morning the sun rose over Ravenswood Cemetery, casting its golden light upon the dew-kissed grass and weathered headstones. But for Jake, Emily and Ben, the memory of the faceless woman lingered. They never spoke of that night again, but they carried the terror with them, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks within the shadows of Ravenswood. The legend of the faceless woman lives on, a cautionary tale whispered from one generation to the next. It serves as a warning to those who dare to disturb the peace of the dead, and a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved.